lovers. I am here to talk with you about this present value of an annuity business. So, uh, but first, I want to talk to you about negative exponents. And you'll see why shortly. So, in particular, I want to talk about this property. So let's see if we can get our heads around this. Well, first of all, let's pick a number. How about 2? Let me go here. 2 to the first means 1 factor of 2. 2 to the second should mean 2 factors of 2. Remember, factors are things that are multiplied together. Oops, that's not what I want. So now we have 2 to the third power. That means 2 factors of 3. 2 to the fourth power. Oh, ooh, that's a factor of 2. Wow, I'm having a great afternoon. 4 factors of 2. So I want you to notice that as you increase this exponent by 1, multiply by 2 has the same effect. So as you move from one line up to the next, you can either increase the exponent by 1 or you can multiply by 2. So the number of factors of 2 is increasing by 1 as you move from one row to the next. So stop the video for a moment and ask yourself, what would happen if I went from the top downward? Well, I'm hoping that you thought something along these lines, that if I go from top to bottom, I decrease exponent by 1. This is multiplication by 1/2 or division by 2. So if I divide by 2, I decrease the number of factors of 2. So now things start to get interesting when we get to this, well, this step, I don't know if it's interesting. Now I want you to think about, if I decrease 1 by 1, I get 0. 2 times 1/2 equals 2 divided by 2, which is equal to 1. So 2 to the 0 equals 1, and a to the 0 for any non-zero value of a is equal to 1. And we don't have to worry about what happens when a is 0. That's another show. So I'm hoping that makes sense. But so then what about this? If a to the n times a to the negative n is a to the 0, why does that even make sense? Well, let's keep going and see what happens. 0 take away 1 is negative 1. 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4, multiply straight across, or 1 over 2 to the positive second, or, oh boy, well, I messed that up. Let me try again. 1 times 1/2 is 1/2, or 1 over 2 to the first power. 2 to the negative second is 1/2 times 1/2, which is 1/4, which is 1 over 2 to the second. 2 to the negative third, negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Well, 1/4 times 1/2 is 1/8, or 1 over 2 to the positive 3. So it turns out that a to the negative n is 1 over a to the opposite of negative n, better known as positive n. So now notice that if I take a to the n times a to the negative n, a to the n times 1 over a to the n, that's over 1, that's equal to 1, but we already showed that a to the 0 has to equal 1, so these are all the same. So I hope that's helpful, and in the next video we will apply this to another annuity type formula.